Hello, hello! Welcome! This is my first stream. I'm super stoked. Hello, Hisano! Alright. We are playing the Banner Saga. I figured it's going to be a fun, cozy game. And yeah. Yeah, the art is super gorgeous. It reminds me of like old style animation. So pretty. Thanks. Yeah. I don't really have Viking clothes yet. Maybe I can get some someday. But yeah, this is the closest I could get to it, I think. Yeah, it is kind of like Sleeping Beauty. It's definitely really stylized art and it's really pretty. Yeah. I can't think of the animations I've seen that it reminds me of, but definitely some like really old animation. So, yeah. Oh, no, it's quiet right now. I'll start it and then we'll see if you can hear it okay. It's really quiet too, so... Oh, can you hear it? Okay. If I have to turn it up, let me know. Okay, good. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. That doesn't seem good. Seems like you kinda need the sun to survive or something. Stoic.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanbor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Those are some big warrior guys. Yeah, big boys. The captain. Yep. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for, I'll say. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the checkmark to continue. Oh, that is super cool. It's almost like we're up in the rafters looking down. Fancy. And I can zoom out. Lots of dead people. Okay. Alright. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. That makes sense. They are the big boys. Yeah, taking naps. They're just sleeping. Shh. It's okay. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl who take up 4 tiles each while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Oh, full disclosure. Not used to playing strategy games all that much. If I'm super inefficient, that's just how it be. Click the tile you want to move to, then click the checkmark to confirm. Move your shield banger here to get him into attack range. Time for some shield banging. To target an enemy, click the tile in which they stand. All ally tiles are blue, the enemies are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 and 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now to attack his strength and confirm your choice. Can confirm. He's dead. Yeah, tactical isn't really my thing, but I have played one tactical game. It was Wargroove, and it was super fun, and so I thought I'd give this one a try. So hopefully it'll be fun. It looks fun. I love it already. Okay. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. The more I slaughter, the more famous I get. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate even if you are outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. That's because he's awesome. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. People die when they are killed. Yes, they do. By clicking on gold tiles, a character can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. It's like, I can only move here, but if I just force myself 1 step more, I think I can move just a little bit more. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemies show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range now. Attack. Use your willpower. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. Clicking your character's tile will bring up all of his combat options, including move, ability, attack, and end turn. Click the purple ability icon now. The ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and then confirm your choice. Yeah, you just need more willpower. Just one more step. Just, you know, baby steps. But one more. So let's see. His Tempest strike adjacent enemies in a spin attack. Rank 1, normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies going clockwise from target. Huzzah! Pillage! That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only one enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. Excellent. I like how he bangs on his shield and he's like, "Come at me, bro." Because Vikings would totally say, "Come at me, bro." Definitely. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. He needs to take a nap. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the chieftain's tile to attack. Click the fist and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and then the green check mark to kill this enemy. Victory! Excellent.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the threats arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more threats to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head.
Two-headed wolf.
I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Are there any men left? Not a dead guys. You got knowned and then you got knowned again. That's right. It's just so pretty. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, Steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Skulfings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Click the market tent to visit the merchant. So pretty, such a pretty font. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. More forced naps, yes! Go to sleep. Shh, it's alright. Had. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skulfing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Eric needs some help here. He is a rude boy. So rude. I feel like they give him a hard time, though. But maybe it's deserved. Who knows? I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. See? Hard times. Hard times, huh? Had sweats visibly. Fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Dirty trinkets. You dirty trinket. That sounds like a rude thing to say to somebody. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? I don't know, you're the guy that's supposed to know stuff, Had. He does need to clean his trinkets. Tell us what we need to know, Had, and then go clean your trinkets. It's been too long. They're stanky and it's not good. Just a little food money, yeah? That's intimidating. Like everybody else does. You motion to Gunnulf, your enormous bodyguard, who looms over the man like a snake over a mouse. He does got that trinket stank. He needs to cleanse himself of his trinkets. Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Skulfings? Nobleman, up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bottom while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. Better than an eggplant. I don't know, is it? Yeah, maybe. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be Skulfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Mrs. Hisano says frogs are better than eggplants. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I don't know the last time I had an eggplant. I don't even know what they taste like. But frogs are friggin' adorable, so I agree with this. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Eggplant parm. I have not ever eaten that. I feel like this is something I should probably try. It sounds yummy. Let's see. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Best you do. Mead House. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? You're walking through the front door? They ran to a mead house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken skulking scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Aw, sad. Don't waste the mead. Tisk tisk. Would never waste the mead. The mead is delicious. Alright, let's see. It's like we're sneaking up in the rafters like, oh, what? What's about to go down? Oh, snaps. Yes, it is a fight to save the maid, that's right. Stop them before they waste any more, please, for the love of God. Alright, let's see. Okay. Wait a second. How do I do the thing again? Oh, whoops. Don't retreat. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, hey, I ready button. There we go. Battle! To arms! So let's see. Shield wall. Run through enemies doing armor break damage, then hit the target from behind. That's pretty sweet. I don't know if we can... Oh, wait a second. Stone wall. Oh, I see. Have at me. Yes. I don't know if I want to use all his willpower. Wait, we'll see. Your turn. Oh, we're getting close enough. That is unfortunate. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Oh. Yeah, alright, Biggin. Where are we gonna go? Kind of move it. Oh. I feel like I could have made better choices, but that's okay. Wait, what? Here. Oh my gosh, he doesn't even need willpower. Look at him go. Yeah, ouchies. Alright. Alright, little friend. You can do this, I believe. Oh, but not very much. Unless... This'll do it. Oh, dang. Got him. Got two. Let's finish this guy off, shall we? Take this. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Wait. Dang. Poke. We did get him. Alright, let's see, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Slicey slice. Wait, wait. Is my guy dead too? Oh no. Oh goodness. I feel like I failed this mission already. That was a bad choice. I'm so sorry. Okay. Avenge him. I will avenge you, my friend. He has like no power left. That's the problem. Smash! Sorry I hit you with my big sword, buddy. Yep. He's not sorry. He meant to do it. Oh, you mean the friendly fire. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I didn't know I could do that. That was a bad choice. Whoops. Watch where you're swinging that thing, eh? Okay, we got it done with this now. Can he come back, or is he like dead forever? Was it a victory though? I feel like it kind of wasn't. Ooh, Gunolf got promoted. Yes, Eric has been injured in battle. Is he only injured though? That's what I'm hoping for. Nope, he's alive. Alive and kicking. There they are. Gods be damned, I've got to go wash off this blood. He must have a whole lot of blood after that big old sword swing. Like, next time watch where you're swinging that thing. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. Most of it is his. Yes, I think most, if not all of that blood was his. Definitely. One banner I know well. Vognir. Next for Varl kingship last we spoke. The other flag? Looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Must be so hard for you, Eric. Must be so hard. Ah, things makes a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Yeah. Can I ask one more favor? He's gonna make me clean it up, isn't he? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down at the docks, I wouldn't object. Oh, okay. As long as I'm not, like, mopping up entrails, I guess that's fine. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll just have to find out, won't we? Eric and Valgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Sorry for the mess, barkeep. Here's a silver for your time. Please mop up the bodies before the important people arrive. Here you go. Not our problem anymore. Docks. Vognir. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Rofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. This is how Vikings talk, by the way. Just so you know. Comes with being old. And if there is Vognir, there must be Hakon. If I butcher these names, I apologize. In advance. Must there... Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yaks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Horunder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arborang, in fact. And glad for it. I can't see this guy's face, like, through this other guy's arm. It's kind of bothering me. Am I, like, I must be standing behind him and, like, peeking around. Like, hello! He does have a giant elbow. But that guy is, like, eyeing me. So, like, he must see me, right? It's kind of creepy, to be honest. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. You tell. It's a miserable waste of time. Tell us how you feel, Hakon. He is giving me the Viking stink eye. He really is. Yes, Hacken has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hacken. It's why I keep you here, Hacken, to remind me of things. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. Let's hitch a ride together. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me Morrow at the gates. He seems super enthusiastic. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. This guy's salty. Must be all that time on the sea. Makes you salty. Where is Moger? Hacken, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. He seems like he needs a nap. I think it's his turn for a nap. But not like the nap from earlier, but like an actual good nap. The young Prince of Men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Luden looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years you'd think. Oh boy. I don't know if I like the sound of this guy. Yeah, not a forced nap, just a normal nap. But this kid is like pulling legs off of spiders? That's how it starts, and then, you know, the next thing you know, they're pulling legs off of people. And it's not good. It's not a good thing. Or maybe in the Viking world it's a good thing. I don't know. I guess as long as we're on his side, then maybe it's gonna work out okay. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. That's good. You deserve it. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hacken, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. So highly of. Let's talk to Hacken first. Scrivener. You find Hacken in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hacken waves you over. Oh. I think they're singing in the background. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Just a few. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. Boy oh boy. It's not too late to start trying, Hacken. Try to be the Yoxfart you want to see in the world. Hacken let slip a low chuckle. Ah. That was it, just that. Ah. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Humans, life is a fart. Make the most of it. Yeah. That's the truth. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Oh, his little shirt blows in the wind. Oh, you can't see. My head's covering it. Well, just so you know, his sleeve is blowing in the wind. the wind inside this mead hall. It's a bit drafty in here today. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. I drink until the Viking sweat gets to be too much and I need a little air. Drink enough mead and the draft doesn't bother you. That's right. Plenty warm out here in this cold. Alright, let's talk to this prince they love so much. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Vognir? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. Tell us how you feel, Ludin. Tell us how you feel about the taxes. What do you want? I hope to learn more about you. Oh, well, you seem to know who I am. Do you have what you need? So I do. I won't keep you. You leave wordlessly. It seemed clear that Ludin was in no mood to talk. Or he's a miserable cur. I think it's both. Talking with me was beneath him. It's quite sad. Alright. To the Great Hall. Ooh, I got supplies. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. The sun can't be bothered to move, apparently. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort, just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Just a bunch of tired, frustrated people. Oh, here we go. That'd be super cool if, like, magical names appeared above cities like that. Like in real life. Just like floating. Good old customer service. Yep. That's how they roll. Bedfell. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout camp. Should I drink a little, drink a lot? Toast to Vognir! Let's toast to Vognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Let's chat with Vognir. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Nice chat. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Moger. I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried, then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I'd have given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Ain't that the truth? Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborang on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. He just needs to, you know, stab something, chop it in half. Then he'll feel better. Starting to sound like Hacken. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Ha ha! Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? You down your meat instead of replying. Wagner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but this, pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it, or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. I like that. Casualty of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ha! We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. It's the map, it's the map, it's the map! Aha, the map. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Ubin's icon. Oh. This is pretty big. And here we are. You are here. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of Middle Earth a little. Yeah, it does. It does look a lot like that. Ooh. The Wandering Road. The Wandering Road. At the end of the First Great War, the Varl had more to contend with than mankind to the south. Above the Bradebrek peaks, the lands crawled with furious, war-minded Dredge. The first Varl king, Einar, led the entire Varl race across the snowy fields of the Wandering Road, sweeping away Dredge as they went, before forming the first Varl kingdom at Einartoft. Einartoft. Yes. What else? Oh, when you are finished researching the world map, click this button to return to travel or to camp. I am actually going to hydrate, so I will be right back. Right. Let's see. What else can we look at? The right foot. What is this? The right foot. The left and right foot of Dengler's Bay are said to be where the god of Dengler himself stood when he created the thriving trade city of Strand. Others suggest it's where he stood while taking less noble actions upon the land. They're now used to navigate the long coastal markets by merchants and visitors. Alright. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skirmstead? What's the point of marching? Come on, Ludin, you can move those legs. Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? You like glaciers, kid? Because if you want glaciers, there's glaciers. Ludin exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Arf! Just like that. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Like the Gatorade flavor? Yeah. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off too. Tell us how you feel, Vognir. Poor Vognir. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hacken. Thanks, Vognir. Thanks, pal. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vetterfell if we're lucky. I like how he's always just like giving the side eye. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back to the road. Excellent. Let's see. Training, rest. Click the hero's tent. Click on a unit to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. Mogre, Rank 1 Shield Master. Tent. Click on the ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. Oh. Oh, that's cool. It's almost like he's dancing. Active ability, Bring the Pain. Rank 1. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability, Return the Favor, to return even more break damage for one turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. How dare they gang up against you? That's pretty cool. For a second, I thought it said Return the Flavor. It's like a pro wrestling move. It is. With a shield. And a mace. What else? Oh, can I not look at it? Oh, I see. Okay. Gunulf. He is a warhawk. Oh, I can promote people. Or just him. That must be like leveling them up then. Woo! Tempest. The character uses his massive weight to sweep his weapon around himself, hitting multiple adjacent targets, friend or foe. Yes, we found this one out. Thanks for telling us ahead of time. Not. For normal strength damage. Bring the pain. Mrs. Hisano says that's her pro wrestling move. Yeah. Woo! I just imagined him going, woo! Every time he does that. Tempest triggers the character's passive ability, Heavy Impact, which in turn can cause a chain reaction of destruction if used in close quarters. Keeping this character out of harm's way until late in the fight will maximize his effectiveness. Okay. Luden. What can Luden do? He stabs things and then rock kicks them. I'm realizing that you can't really see very well. So, let's see here. I feel like you need to see this. Just a second. There you go. Look at him go. Stab, rock kick. Stabbity, and bam. This is my walking sound. Alright. The character skewers his enemy, doing normal strength damage before kicking them away, doing knockback and causing them to bleed if they move on their next turn. Oh, that's pretty cool. The target who is bleeding will take 1 strength damage for each tile that they move, which can be especially deadly for enemies that are moved against their will. Excellent. Hacken. There he is again with that side eye. Hacken's ready to hack some stuff. Sundering Impact. The old stabbing kick. Yes, exactly. This guy's just the hacker. The character hits even harder than an average warrior, with no chance to miss. He can wreak havoc with an additional +1 strength and also adds 1 break damage to the target, plus bonuses to heavy impact. Sundering Impact is best used when carefully positioned to impact as many enemies around the target as possible in a single strike. I'm liking these abilities. Pretty nice, actually. Alright, we had a guy we could level up, right? Is this him? I think so. Promote! You're being promoted. Promotion time. Too bad there's no computers in this game. This would be the most powerful character. Hakon. Yes, the hacker. He would be like the cyberpunk Viking. Hakon. It does sound like a cyberpunk duo would be named Hack and Slash. One guy's hack, the other guy's slash. And together they are Hack and Slash. Promotion! The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path to legend. Higher stats, increase your item rank. More fancy. Are you sure you want to report? Oh wait, I don't think I have enough renown. Wait, or do I? Where's renown? Oh, this is the renown. Okay. I have lots of them. You have been promoted, Gunwolf. Alright. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of the plus buttons above. 2 points available. Okay. Let's see. What was what again? Ah, that's right. Okay. Let's do... Ting. That's such a nice sound. Yes. This one. Confirm. Right. That's it. Alright, we're done with heroes. Oh, can I move them? Oh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll just leave it for now, though. Training. Let's have them rest. Morale has improved. Excellent. Well, I think this is a good place to stop the stream. But this has been so much fun, and I am super hyped to do another one. Yay, first stream! Woo! Yes! Thank you so much for joining me. I hope it's been fun. And I hope... Yes, dinos! Woo! First stream! First stream! I hope everybody has a good night! Alright, everybody. See you next time on Bunny Celeste Plays The Banner Saga.